Okay, so a year ago I made this video and it showed how to extract and import a model into Minecraft. Well, voxelized it. Well, today, hopefully that's viewable, I'll show you how to put this into Minecraft. Now, the downside to these 3D models is you can walk right through them. But it is great for building like that, which I'm a horrible builder, so I mean, if I can make this from that, I mean, who knows what a good builder can make, which I'm still not finished. I gotta build the interior. But yeah. So, first off, you'll need a few programs. The main one will be this plugin for Blender. It'll allow you to open a .nif file. And the reason you'll also need nif scope is because whenever you extract that nif file, I'll go ahead and show you. Basically, it saves a .mtl file, but it doesn't keep the path directory. And the mod that allows the model in the game, it requires it to be a .obj, and I think I clicked on that. Yeah, and you can't really. What did I click on wrong? Oh, sorry, I'm getting sidetracked already. So architecture. Go ahead and do Breville. I don't even remember which house it was. It was this. Alright, so Breville Archer. Since I have that already set up, I can just click OK. Now I'm really not too familiar with this Blender, so what I like to do is save as, and then close it, so I don't need to use that one. And, oh shoot, I should have started up Steam already. Well, whoa. Oh, I don't have Blender on that hot tab. Well, go ahead and start up nif scope. Oh, another thing you will probably need to do is use this program here, and it allows you to throw a .bsa or ba2 file and be able to uncompress it, extract it basically, because nifscope, it's able to open archives, but Blender, it can't. You gotta, it needs to be uncompressed. So I just gotta maneuver over to this, meshes, architecture, Breville. We're doing this building here. Hopefully it's the same building I showed you guys. Yeah. Alright. So the reason we need this, so we can export the .obj, sure. Call it test. It's already there. Go ahead. Now we still need to keep this open. Reason being is for this. Now, see here where it says chimney? We're looking for this right here. It tells us what that chimney is, what texture it is. So then we go ahead and minimize. Yeah, I know, plenty of games. Alright, Blender. Give that a second. Then we'll open the file we saved a second ago. Oh, that's another reason we need to use this one well, not this one specifically, but open. Now, a lot of these, they have a well, see, I'm not too good at Blender, so if you are, you probably know how to do this a lot quicker. Go ahead and say export new, because we're not done with that file. Get rid of these. Import. Guess we saved it as that. Alright. Now, see, it's got like these things right here, which make it look not as good as it should. Like, see down there, one of those. And what that is the LOD. It's for whenever you're not close to the object, so we delete that, don't need it. Now, we actually have the model that we need. Now, if we click over here on textures, you see it did not save the textures, which we're going to fix that here in just a second. Now we can export it, and we're done with the Blender. Call this test. Alright, close, discard. That part's done. Now, in the .mtl file, this is getting pretty close to being done, basically. Now I can see here, it doesn't have, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and open this guy. No, it's the Mage's Guild. Alright, so this MTL file, see, we need this file here to be copied over, but you see the materials, they're different. See? So basically, what you gotta do is be like, oh, well. So, chimney, for example, we can actually find chimney, because what it's doing is it's saving it as, like, material 15, for example. So we find Breville floor. Nope. Then you just, bam. Now, that will set up that texture. However, in order to get it into the game for BlockBuster, it needs to have an extra line, which I'm using the resources file right here. Oh, no. Content tweaker, there we go. Textures, blocks, and then I use an Oblivion architecture, so basically it'll be the same file path almost. And another thing, you'll have to change it from a .dds. You'll have to save it as a PNG, or I guess JPEG works too, but I've already done it as PNG. And there's a program I use for that, right there, that IR fan, whatever. It allows you to save that. Let's go back here into config, BlockBuster, models, and I like to save it in the path that it was found in. So, no, yeah, the whole reason I was opening this up is right here. See, we want that KND path. Oh, wait. See, I already almost messed up. Then we'll, because BlockBuster won't use this path, so you actually have to have the KND path. I say KND, it's KD. But yeah, so now it's like it'll know whenever BlockBuster loads it where the texture will be found. And the reason you use this is it's more efficient because it will be found in the resource folder so you won't need to have multiple, because otherwise you would actually have to put it in the skins folder, and it would take up a lot more space. So let's go ahead and save this and make sure that it's going to load that up now. It's a Blender path. And we save it as the test. Import. Now, even though it looks white here, it's because we haven't switched over to this. And voila. See there? So that part, that's just the one texture. I'm going to show you to do all of those textures because it take a while, but as you've seen, you know, NIF scope shows you what texture will be where, and then you just gotta be like finding it in here. Oh, this is the other one. But yeah, then you'll just make a folder, call it this or whatever. I'm gonna put a 2. Then grab this, copy, paste. Oh, yeah, that's another thing. They have to be called model. It won't load it unless it's called model. Don't know why. That's all. If it was different, then I'd just be able to call it that and not have to have the folder called that. So now, because the model is so huge, whenever you place it down like this, oof, see, it kind of messes it all up. No, it's actually way too huge. So what I do is scale 1, 0. Ooh. Well, I've done lost it. Yeah, that's about the only downside. It's kind of hard to find it, and there's a limit, so I can't type any more right here. Oh, I was selecting up there. Alright, let's see the second one. Alright, yeah, there it is. Well, now if you wanted to, you could scale it down in Blender, which I guess is an option, but I've already figured out what the scale needs to be, that 0.16, you know, decimal 0.16. And yeah, you can basically scale it up there. And again, I could do all those textures, but I don't want to take up too much time. And voila. Hopefully that's not too difficult. I guess I could go ahead and show you guys how to mess on the scope open. Yeah. Alright, so see that textures reveal. So basically you'll actually have to find that file path. I guess we'll go here. Yeah, bunch of stuffs. Alright, so data, textures. Now see, I already have all the meshes and textures uncompiled, you know, extracted or whatever. So I click Breville. It's Breville Moon. Alright, then Breville Floor. Now see, these are the .ddss. There's that, and you just, you know, save as. Leave it as that. And slap it wherever. I'll go ahead and show you the, because I don't remember if I showed it or not, the file path I'm using. Yeah, I showed it, but I'll give you a little bit more in depth. St. Breville new. And voila, there's that floor. Yeah. Some textures, like right there, that's the Breville welcome sign extracted, but it was backwards for some reason on the model. So I had to flip it so even though the texture looks backwards right here, it actually displays correctly in game. I don't know, it's weird. Yeah, it's pretty neat. Only downside is the models have no collision, which, I mean, it's not a huge iffy. It'd just be a lot cooler if it did. Yeah, I think that'll do this video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this helped out a lot. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to hit me up on Discord. That's the easiest way to get a hold of me. Message me on YouTube. Post comments. However, I'll try to help you guys if I can. Hopefully this helped out a lot. And have a good one.